So in this video, we will have a closer look at this TrendNet 2.5 gigabit LAN adapter, PCI Express network adapter. Does support jumbo frames, of course PCI Express, and this is a 2.5 gigabit LAN, and I feel like 2.5 gigabit, at least for me here in my home environment, is the sweet spot, both in terms of price and also in terms of power consumption and heat. So it doesn't draw as much power as 10 gigabit and of course 5 gigabit as well, which is not that common. But 10 gigabit definitely does draw a lot more power and need a lot beefier of a heatsink, and also costs quite a bit more. So for me, this is nice enough for my use case. Let's have a look around the box here. TrendNet is not really a company I am too familiar with, but I believe they are a pretty high-end company, or a company that makes pretty decent and high-end stuff as well. This is a very inexpensive adapter. Got this off Amazon, and it was actually on sale, and of course I can link it down in the description below if you are interested. Seems to be hardware version 1.1R, and I believe TrendNet is a US based company as well. And have a look at the back here. Of course 2.5 gigabit per second will definitely give you more bandwidth. For my personal use case here, I get around 300 megabytes per second of transfer speed to my NAS servers. So you could in theory get a little more. I believe you can get up to around 350 megabytes per second from this 2.5 gigabit per second connection. But 300 is around there where I find in my specific setup here. Should work with all operating systems, so Windows, Server and Linux. So I hope it will work out of the box with Unraid. I believe it just uses the Realtek 2.5 gigabit LAN like most of these adapters does. Let's actually get into this and have a closer look at what we get in the box. And what we get right off the bat is in a little CD here. I guess it contains the drivers you can see here. I don't understand why they would even include something like this, because you should always go to your website and download the latest and greatest driver. But of course, if you don't have access to the internet, maybe this will work for you, but then why get a LAN adapter? Get a little bit of a safety notice here. Of course, you should not eat it. Don't bring it to the shower, and so on and so on. And quick install instructions. A quick installation guide. Pretty easy setup. You pretty much just plug it into a PCI Express ×1 slot. So you only really need a ×1 slot size and only a ×1 bandwidth. I believe it's even only PCI Express generation 2. Correct me if I'm wrong, ×1 speed, but the physical size can be ×1, and it also only uses a bandwidth, or the digital bandwidth of ×1 speed from PCI Express generation 2. So let's look at what else we get in the box here. We do get a low profile adapter as well. It's even branded TrendNet, quite nice actually. And you can see here this is labeled also for the LED, so 100 megabit and 1 gigabit connection. The LED over here will of course flash, but a 2.5 gig, the LED on the other side will flash. Pretty nice that they actually included, and also with their own name brand on there. And other than that, you of course get the little card here. It is a very small card. Also, of course, can be used in small form factor computers. It's already included with, of course, the normal standard sizing bracket here that most people would probably use, but if you use it in a small server, of course, you can use that as well. Same labeling on here for the 2.5 and the 100 and 1000 megabit. And of course a little TrendNet branding, but here of course it is on the top rather on the bottom there. It is a blue PCB. Don't really know if color really matters in this case here. And so like I said, only a ×1 sizing slot here and a little bit of a components on the back. But of course the main component is here on the front of the device, and it does have a passive heatsink. A little nice heatsink there, color black as well, little VRM or some voltage controller there or whatever, and a little controller or little chip there that I'm not familiar with any of these. And on the inside here of the bracket, you do get your MAC address. I'm not going to show you that, but you also can see here the information about this adapter and version 1.1R. What is the difference between this and other models? I'm not really sure, but they will probably just update the hardware whenever newer hardware or source other components will become available. So yeah, pretty nifty little LAN controller. I'm looking forward to get this installed in my NAS server, because I have been using a USB LAN controller 2.5 gigabit as well, but you kind of lose a little bit of transfer speed there and also put a little more strain on the CPU. So get it natively onto the motherboard is nice, and I do have one PCI Express x1 slot available because I use the other ones for my cache drives. So that's pretty much the unboxing part of this video. Let's just install this card here, and let's also do some speed test as well and see what kind of transfer we can get from my computer, which also have 2.5 gigabit LAN built in to the motherboard through my 2.5 gigabit LAN switch, and then into my 2.5 gigabit LAN adapter here in my NAS server. So now I have installed it here in my 3U Supermicro server. So of course I just used the big bracket that already came pre-installed. But of course if you have a smaller server like a 2U server or something like that, then of course you can use the shorter bracket there. And right off the bat you can see the 1000 megabit or 100 or 1000 megabit LED is flashing, even though I am connected to 2.5 gigabit LAN. And this is my on-RAID server. But after a short period of time, the 2.5 gigabit LED there did come on, so it is running at full speed right now, which is of course amazing. So we can get the full throughput, and my on-RAID server did recognize this card, so that's good news if you're also running on-RAID, because it does identify itself as a Realtek NIC or Realtek PCI Express LAN adapter. Some other adapters can identify them as other brands, but yeah, if it's identified here as Realtek, it should work. And here in Windows, of course, it is working just fine as well. I have installed the latest and greatest driver there into Windows 11, and I have Jumbo Frames enabled, and my switch and on-RAID server also set up with Jumbo Frames. I always recommend going into Realtek's website and download the latest and greatest driver directly from them. They have drivers for Windows, Linux, UEFI, DOS, Novel, and also have for Mac OS. So yeah, definitely go there and get the latest driver. And here you can see the throughput I get to my NAS server, my on-RAID server. This is writing for straight to the cache drives. I have PCI Express cache drives in my NAS server. So the bandwidth or the limit is definitely the LAN connection. But you can see I'm getting very close to the 312 megabytes per second maximal theoretically speed or throughput here. And it does fluctuate a little bit. I ran this tester several times, but I'm getting very close to the 300 or at least 250 megabytes per second of write speed. So I'm definitely happy. But that's pretty much it for this video. I hope to see you again in a future one. Until then, take care.